Hello friends and welcome to another Crypto Stacker video. My name is Dean. If you're watching these videos for the first time, please know I only make them for entertainment, education, and community building around the tokens I discuss. Today's video is about Terareum, and Terareum is an official sponsor of the Crypto Stacker channel. Today's video might be a little bit long, so my recommendation to you is go into your YouTube settings, playback speed, and kick it into 1.5. Your brain will adjust pretty quickly, you get through the content a little quicker, and I actually sound a little bit smarter when I'm speaking faster. So you can help me and help yourself get your day back. Let's jump in really quick and take a look at the fundamentals, and then we're going to examine today a tweet by RD Price for some potential catalysts for Terareum. Today's March 27th. The total number of holders for Terareum currently sitting at 10,183. We'll talk more about that number in a minute. That's an increase of 51 holders over yesterday. Our current rank would be 233rd of all cryptocurrencies, derived from taking our market cap of 267 million and inserting it into the ranking system put out by CoinGecko. Our price currently sitting at 8054. $1 million in volume. The burn has ticked up to 51.34%. 7.5 trillion tokens burned the last 24 hours, and you look at these numbers in the last few days, you can see that the volume was pretty high over the last week or so as the community was struggling to figure out what to do with a communication bobble by the Terareum team. We'll be discussing that one in another video, probably even today. But the high levels of volume did cause a lot of tokens to burn, which means also people received lots of reflections over that same period of time. So let's jump into this tweet by RD Price and talk about this graphic down here. We'll kind of break them down one at a time. We'll go ahead and start with the one here in the bottom right that talks about a 1 quad token burn at 10,000 holders. Now, first of all, if you were paying attention to my spreadsheet, you would have seen that I reported 10,000 holders already. But there are two sources for this information. One is here in Dex Tools, where it shows 10,185, and one is in the Etherscan. And the development team did let us know in the AMA the other day that for these milestone burns, they will be working off of the number in the Etherscan. So we've got another 700, a little less than 700 holders to add to the project to get the 1 quad burn. When this happens, what will it mean for the project? People are very excited about it, and it is very exciting because as the pool of tokens shrinks, the price for Terareum will rise, and each token should have more value. Now, to understand this, we first need to understand how price is derived. If we look at the market cap and we divide it by the circulating token supply, that gives us a price. If we look at the fully diluted market cap, which essentially just says at the current price, if all the tokens originally minted were in play, what would the market cap be? So if we divide this by the original token supply, we arrive at the exact same price as taking the market cap by the circulating supply. Those two numbers are supplied here and they match today's price. So if we burn an additional 1% of the original supply, or 1 quadrillion tokens, it would increase the current price by 2.1%. The second burn coming at 50,000 holders would increase the price additionally to 4.29%. And at 100,000 holders, there is a 1.5 quad burn. That's a total of 3.5% through these incentive burns or milestone burns. That would increase the price of Terareum by 7.75%. So we need to temper our expectations in not thinking that this 1 quad burn is going to double the price of the coin, but it is very exciting as this process over here that grinds along based on the tokenomics, or 3% burn with every buy or sell transaction, is a little bit of a slower grind, okay? But constantly adding to the burn and increasing the price of individual coins incrementally over time. So the burn, that's exciting, and the 10,000 milestone is as much of an exciting point, in my opinion, as the burn, because a lot of token projects, quite frankly, never get there. So this is a pretty considerable amount of community support for a project that's just over a month old. Now, the next piece of this, I think, is even more important for Terareum, which is this portion on listings. Terareum, in just over a month, has managed to sign contracts with 7 separate centralized exchanges. 4 of those are currently live for trading. Those are CoinTiger, BuyBox or BBox, Bitmart, and MEXC. 3 more will be coming online very soon, including one that will be going live on the 30th. That's this xt.com. So 3 more, a total of 7. This is important. In an article that I was researching this is icos.com, and I apologize that there is no date associated with this particular article, but I will leave a link in the description. This article talks about research done by Boston University where they look at the survival rates for cryptocurrencies. And what they found is that half of cryptocurrency projects last less than 120 days. Now, I think some of that is due to pure out scam, fraud, rug pull, honeypot behavior. So we have to be very careful in the projects that we're looking at. But a portion of that too is low community support. If the token doesn't have a perceived use case that people want to glob onto, then the project simply doesn't build momentum, doesn't gain community, and they fail. If we look at the second paragraph, it actually says worse. After the 5th month, the survival rate further dropped to only 17%. So only 17% of cryptocurrency projects, according to this research, make it for 5 months or longer. And they say that they concluded that the robustness of an ICO, or how strong a new coin offering is determined by whether a company is listed on an exchange. Did you catch that? So if you're listed on an exchange, it increases your probability of survival. So the fact that Terareum has landed 7 exchange listings in the first month is going to bode extremely well for them in terms of survivability. We look at one of the most recent coin launches that is going to be, in my opinion, tremendously successful. It was the Ape coin. Okay, Ape coin, when it listed, was listed on every major exchange. Okay, this was based on the fact that their NFT project is the strongest one around, and they have connections to everybody and lots of money to get things done. So they actually launched their coin already listed on every major exchange. It was an incredible launch. Terareum is off to a great start, and hopefully the development team is focused on continuing to find high-level exchanges to list the token on. All right, jumping back into RD's tweet. The last piece of this box, aside from the chart, which has looked pretty healthy here lately, is that Terareum is an official sponsor of the Crypto Expo Asia. Now, this Crypto Expo Asia is coming up in 80 days. And if you click on the sponsors link, you'll see that in the highest level of sponsorship is Terareum. Now, the higher the level of your sponsorship, the more exposure you're going to get. So this is a great place for people to go and pitch their product. In looking at this, it says that lots of major players will be there, as well as 10,000 investors. I'm working on a passport to see if I can get out. I wasn't able to go to Dubai. I really would like to see one of these crypto expos. So congratulations on the sponsorship. Now, the fact that there's 80 days remaining, you know that token projects want to come with good news into these expos. So that gives the developers some type of a target and a deadline to try to move projects ahead. So we'll just see what they bring up. We don't know exactly when the exchange will be launched, but we're hearing sometime potentially late second quarter, early third quarter of the year. Now, the only thing I can say there is launch it when it's ready. Okay. If it's not ready, just hold it out. There's nothing to be gained by an early launch. But once it's ready, we'd love to have it because Terareum, the token, will also be the native coin for the exchange. Having it there interacting with other coins will help drive the volume. And so this should be a good thing for all of us as Terareum holders. All right, friends, I think I got through all of my content there. I appreciate you coming and spending some time with me. Terareum, keep up the good work. Let's keep this going in a positive direction. Friends, take care. check back with me soon. We'll watch our crypto stacks grow together.